bureaucracy,
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 can understand how the average working class family is viewing bureaucracy in the federal government.
Governor,
there's a lot of bureaucracy, red tape. I don't know what you know about Florida politics. Well,
Yeah, you're welcome.
you're dealing with the bureaucracy, right? So you got to think like a bureaucrat. I'm going to tell you what to do, all right? You listen to me? You fill
Mr. Shepardson.
FBI? Bureaucracy's changed, my friend. We have to share them
tonight.
People! We must obey petty bureaucracy! It's what separates us from the beast!
Just remember the moves, right? Remember.
My bank informed me that you and your bullshit state bureaucracy are the parties responsible for freezing my accounts.
CD.
The Office of Civil Defense. It's a Cold War era bureaucracy. Amongst other things, they maintained emergency bunkers.
Construction should have been done months ago. I never would have thought of it. But God for bureaucracy.
She fought to be here, fought the politicians and the bureaucracy, and convinced them to take a chance on her.
On the ground.
I'm a black belt in bureaucracy. Is that Gogol?
Yeah.
There's a shield thing. They're ridiculous codes of bureaucracy.
Follow. All of your actions are documented and reviewed.
Look, I do not work for some faceless bureaucracy, okay?
Notch,
notch, notch,
Notch.
notch. Your point.
It's a terrific school. Top notch. Top notch. Top notch. It's in Georgetown, near 27th and O Street.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about? You got any felonies you failed to mention?
Excuse me? Take it down a notch, all right? Because you probably would have set that shit off.
I'm being serious.
Hey, guys, it's a nice night. Let's just have New Year's.
You know, why don't we just dial it down a notch? I mean,
It's a ski trip.
No. You know what?
You can't get anybody. Just take the dramatics down a notch, okay? Hi. You're the one who got us into this hot mess. Oh, we'll be fine. I am.
So I'll tell you what, I am going to move Jerry out of your cubicle, and I'm also going to tell him to tone it down a notch. But you need to promise to smile a little more.
And for the record, I'm down a notch in my belt.
You need to kick it up a notch.
All right, I'm warm. Ready to kick it up a notch?
Let's go.
This notch mark here on the occipital is what knocked her unconscious.
dimension,
Dimension. Dimension.
Dimension.
Dimension.
It's a spaceship with the power to travel across all 6 dimensions. Dimensions.
Did that really happen? I mean, was that...
I don't understand. Is it another dimension? Dimension? Like when you go through the door, is it another plane of existence?
I think my phone has an app for that.
It means they're hiding between dimensions. Impossible to track.
Like we'll have some things in common, but then we'll also bring all of these different dimensions to the table so that, life doesn't get boring.
Well, I think ghosts are just people who've moved into a slightly different dimension than ours. And I think some people just have antennas strong enough to pick them up.
Leg is going to be 2-dimensional.
Which is one more dimension your personality will ever achieve.
I'm not a Star Trek fan. I don't know very much about other dimensions and all that. I'm an old school Catholic.
Once I scale up the dimensions, the calculations don't hold. That's annoying!
Tony, what are you doing?
I'm measuring dimensions.
I'm pretty sure bounce housing is an outdoor activity.
Oh, are you pretty sure?
Isn't it all?
So which one of us slipped through the wormhole into an alternate dimension?
I have always loved to travel and paint.
Lines where the hands meet feel ever so slightly forced to dimension, where a Dubois would flow more easily, less exact.
Dubois.
At least I didn't have to invent 26 dimensions just to make the math come out.
lubricate,
Lubricate.
lubricate,
Lubricate.
Lubricate.
Got it.
Bravo Wicked Thin Lubricated Condoms, size large, jumbo pack.
Yeah, I won't be needing.
From there, we move on to more lubricated flat catchers, specifically bananas.
People are sleeping. How drunk are we?
We're not drunk, Andy. We're
Lubricated.
Is that the technical term?
Set the ball on the lubricated patch. Then press it into the barrel with your starter.
Some olive oil and a ribbon.
What's the plan, McGaver?
Actually, the paperclip is to connect these two circuits, and the olive oil is to lubricate the mechanism. And the hair ribbon is for Lily. Her hair's been driving me crazy all day.
Tighten and lubricate zip line. Sounds kind of dirty when you say it like that.
Nah, a little bit of grease is good for you. Helps the inside stay lubricated.
Yeah, that's right.
And just for the record, many great men have been well lubricated. Henry Ford, Scott Fitzgerald.
Fickle. Fickle. Fickle.
Fickle.
Well, I wish he'd stop doing that. Nobody likes a fickle god. Fickle god. Fickle god.
Daniel is a fickle boy, Emily. He loves to sit on fences.
Sold! And you keep making money no matter what?
Real estate is a fickle bitch. Fickle bitch. Fickle bitch.
Okay, maybe it's best you just go. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
I am Aphrodite, the goddess, often fickle in my large ass. Largesse.
And I intend to enjoy each moment of his fickle pleasure, whether it lasts for a minute, a day, or a lifetime.
Restless. His wife and child tormented by his fickle and contradictory nature.
We should pull the plug on Uri.
No, the Sarkisian sail on fickle winds page.
If it goes by, I've always known it was fickle, so at least it's something I experience.
Than instead. But seeing Ted and Honey hit it off was more than her gentle heart could bear. So Zoe left early, pricked by love's fickle thorn.
Don't. U.S. Army's a fickle mistress.
Because destiny, John, is a fickle bitch.
Hinge.
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 Oh, I know.
The entire ambush hinged upon the silence of Mr. Meeks.
I know.
Pinewood married chest with grooved joinery and hand-forged hinges in the shape of tulip buds.
Here, my only concern is relevance.
Corey, I thought we were going to get some WD-40 on those hinges.
You have to explain that to me.
This whole case hinges on a drug. Whether, in fact, an antidepressant drug your client manufactured made people want to kill themselves.
4 deadbolts, steel reinforced hinges, coded entry system.
I have a guy who can do that.
It's an interesting idea, but your entire plan hinges upon entrusting my operative's life to a man I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that. Is the door still on its hinges?
More or less.
Let us know what they need to do. So what is your concern? Letting them know when we're coming. The whole thing hinges on them being ready for us at 3 a.m.
Come on, guys, quick. We need to get those bugs in the box.
Are you telling us this entire case hinges on people believing that Richard had a girlfriend?
The arson unit determined that acetone was the only fire accelerant, and the DA's case hinged on that point.
They were wrong.
Lunar.
Lunar. Lunar. Lunar.
Lunar.
I said a lunar cycle. I think he might be on a lunar cycle because the first 2 murders were 28 days apart. You still want to crack jokes?
No, ma'am.
But yours is still pretty small. You'd probably say mine first.
Lunar base over and out.
Come on. What's more interesting than a good lunar con?
Last man on the moon, coolest dad of all time.
When he was leaving the moon, he reached down and wrote his daughter's initials into the lunar surface. Since there's no atmosphere,
They'll be there forever.
Okay, it's a project on geomagnetic fields. They flow through the Earth. They can even be affected by lunar phases. All right? Now look at this. This is a note from Harris on Dan.
Boyd asked you right before he died what happens to a werewolf during a lunar eclipse. You didn't get the chance to tell him.
Well, she needs to get on that a lot faster, okay? Seeing as though the lunar eclipse is less than 2 freaking nights away.
Styles.
Do you know what the dark moon is?
The part of a lunar phase when the moon is least visible in the sky.
But do you know its meaning?
Hey, you know who'd really dig seeing this experiment? Penny.
I wasn't aware that lunar ranging was her thing. Although I suppose the retroreflector left on the moon by destroyed.
No, not my place.
No. You just put it in a lunar orbit and send some guys up there. I think it's really simple, actually.
Directing the natural forces around me like gravity, which doesn't work in this vacuum.
Okay, well, when we get closer to the lunar surface, you can't use the moon's gravity?
I mean, I might get a little bit.
Assassination.
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 What for what? I don't know. Assassination! Assassination! Assassination!
You may think this is a front for something. Of the United States.
I refuse to answer.
Do you advocate the assassination of public officials?
I refuse to answer.
Whatever you do. Assassination! 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 Abraham Lincoln! You, me, gun, shoot!
Changed history. Now, assassination, anything at all, is entirely ethical if you're on the right side.
Put up quite a fight. I didn't think you had it in you.
The assassination, I know you didn't do it.
What a revelation.
Not true. You ain't gonna like how this movie ends. You just walked into your own assassination.
Well, we'll open the boxes and find out, won't we?
Now, that was the assassination of the mayor of Cali, Colombia, by a drug cartel a few years back.
Provocative move, as could the assassination of Duke Sforza.
Larger than that.
Like the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, causing World War I.
Exactly. Nia, assassination of a local warlord. But the warlord had bigger guns.
What about the Kennedy assassinations?
Kidnappings, assassinations. It's clearly the work of a skilled intelligence network, but...
Humidity.
Humidity. Humidity.
Humidity.
Humidity.
Her cub's survival is a hard taskmaster for her. And despite the searing heat and humidity, she forces herself up again, back onto the path of the buffalo.
Water. That's it.
What?
Water. Humidity. Humidity. Humidity.
Honey, now I'm feeling left out.
The moisture content in the splintered wood from the door would
Spacious, isolated location, no humidity, no humidity, no humidity, and you get all the free tortillas you want. That's the special feature of this place.
Yeah. Humidity here is awful.
You must be from LA.
New York.
Size.
And you got to control the temperature too?
Not just controlling the temperature, also controlling humidity so the plant don't grow bacteria and fungus. And anything else you want to know.
I know you hate the humidity, but South Florida ain't bad.
It's like living in somebody's crotch.
The food's good. Women.
Back, please.
How much pathetic wallowing do I have to sit through?
How are things in hell? Is the humidity the big issue?
What happened next with the guy's medical case?
That humidity, your hair, I think it's a recipe for cotton candy.
Here we go.
Science and the guilty going free. Everything. From the anomalous effects of barometric pressure on particulate liquids in a high humidity environment to the ionization of...
Point, please.
Oh. Meteorological Conference, Tampa.
Can it be? It's the Sunshine State.
Only sunshine around here is what they blow up your ass. The rest is mosquitoes and humidity and people that don't speak English. So,
Coño. How do you stand this humidity?
If it bothered me, I'd be growing cacti. Are we done?
Not quite.
Cavity.
Cavity.
Cavity. Cavity.
Cavity.
You could have had it concealed in a cavity under his skin, scarred tissue.
Do you want to add something to that?
We'll allow the cerebrospinal fluid to eventually fill the cavity. The cavity. The cavity.
Very nice.
Liz and I will remove the tools from Belt's chest cavity. Chest cavity. Chest cavity.
All this. But now, do you mind telling me exactly what is taking so long for your workers to get that brain?
Well, they pumped the cavity full of CO2, just like in any other laparoscopic surgery.
Okay, yes,
I'd say post-cancer. This is where they remove the tumor. This cavity.
She says no.
No.
Nah. It's a prerequisite for a body cavity search.
For the first time. Well, that excitement will probably taper off after the full body cavity search.
You're a dentist. You're used to cavity searches.
You vowed to me that you wouldn't say that.
Yes. Here comes the cavity search.
applaud.
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 College professor applauded her sense of rhythm.
Grandmasters never applaud an opponent's victory, but I guess this is something no one has ever seen before.
Artist, written in eyeliner.
I applaud her creativity.
Yeah, you would.
It was a bad idea.
Just wait. Arthur, we really need your help.
While I applaud your decision to discuss the matter with me, I have little experience with mental.
Did they applaud when you saw it? The trick was too good. It was too simple. The audience hardly had time to see it.
He was a dreadful magician. That was an ass. Personally, I applaud your decision to step down off your cross and get on with your life, but your misplaced guilt is shutting down your brain.
The teacher read the paper to the entire class as an example of great writing, and they applauded.
Everyone applauded his reforms, nobles and commoners alike.
The moment to applaud would be now! You to worship them, asking you to applaud with gratitude for all the worthless crap they've been teaching your kids.
Gentle. Gentle.
Gentle. Gentle.
Gentle.
This is Dylan.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
He has a very gentle soul.
Be gentle with this spark.
Hi.
Gentle reminder. Isaac's in the midst of a psychotic episode right now. You look really nice, by the way.
Sweet, gentle children, you who weep molten pearls of innocent tears.
Man, this is wild. After sailing around the islands for 2 days, we finally disembarked and found a gentle race in residence.
He was such a gentle soul and so talented. It's a serious issue.
We're not dragging him to Tunisia. We're not waterboarding. We'll be very polite and gentle. I just want to ask him some questions during his lunch hour.
You did great. Thank you. Oh, here's your credit card. Be gentle with it. I wrote it pretty hard. Why don't you keep it?
Seriously?
I'll make sure the boys at the chop shop are real gentle with her.
Oh, wait. What is it then revealing? It holds a breath of melody, a touch of gentle harmony, and the soul of tender feeling.
You've been snoring, but I got you these nasal strips. In the commercial, the old man's angry red sound waves turn to gentle blue.
Sound like an old man?
No!
Okay, listen, give me a call if you have any trouble with the gates, because they're a little tricky, you know? Gotta be gentle with us.
10 seconds or I start without you.
Ready or not, here I...
Butterfly. Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
She was so young. She had this bag with a butterfly on it. A butterfly on it. A butterfly on it. She kept looking at me.
It's about ambition.
Did you ever hear about the butterfly who fluttered its wings in Tunisia and caused a tsunami?
Was it a butterfly? Was it a butterfly? Was it a butterfly?
Yes, a moth.
South African spotted eagle owl. If you could butterfly it, thank you. And pan fry it with some potatoes.
Don't blame me for the rubber band, dude. You just took the rubber band. If you hadn't fucking put everything out of order, dude, then the rubber band wouldn't be out in the... Look, dude, it's butterfly effect, okay? Do you know what the butterfly effect is? Nope. It's a...
Does Mum know? Not a whistle. Strange. And what about the whole butterfly effect thing? What can I say? We don't seem to have messed up civilization.
You got a creepy pin like a butterfly for weeks. Still no word. What's he...
Hi. Tennis shoes on a wooden floor? You obviously can't butterfly and cover the low corners.
Your turn.
Ow! The sad caterpillars turn into an extravagant butterfly.
The XO said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Move the feet, move the feet. Come on.
Did you know that Angie has a butterfly tattoo?
Yeah. My parents almost killed her when she got
Inactive. Think caterpillar and butterfly. They're born with all the DNA necessary to create both insects, but the butterfly DNA remains inactive.
Cube. Cube. Cube.
Cube. Cube.
3 quarts of vodka, 3 quarts of scotch. You have any of those little bouillon cubes? Cubes? Yeah, for soup or broth, you know.
This is about your frustration at not being able to solve me like a Rubik's Cube. Cube.
That sounded really fun. And you can use it to make ice cubes and ice cubes and ice cubes and margaritas and Bloody Marys.
Historical data, it shows creativity, critical thinking. If Neil deGrasse Tyson was writing about Ice Cube, this is what it would look like.
He said an anaconda and ice cube. I thought he was asking me to watch a...
It's evidence. And soon it'll be paperwork, and then it'll be a cube of garbage.
Billy, you sound like you're on the television.
Good. I'm in a white cube van, New York plates. We've been traveling for about 20 minutes.
Or that ice cube that lies where your heart ought to be.
You finished trying to hurt me now?
My job. Look, I gotta account for every single cube. Ice is frozen water, yo.
Dilemma.
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 That is the blackmail. That is my dilemma. My dilemma. My dilemma.
You have a dilemma, Tiger. And I think I know what's going to help you solve it.
My point is made.
Is it so wrong to choose life?
No. And therein lies the dilemma. The dilemma. If they survive, we do not.
I can see Your Majesty's dilemma. Is there any mention of a specific encounter?
Money.
The eternal explorer's dilemma.
Why didn't you just shorten the trip?
And yet you were faced with a moral dilemma here, weren't you?
That's her.
Every daughter of Eve faces the same dilemma.
$3 between us. I don't see the dilemma.
What am I doing here? Are you having some sort of metaphysical dilemma? Because if you are... See my dilemma?
Convenient.
And there you have it. Modern dilemma.
Logged for what? So you can have an academic debate about a diagnostic dilemma no one's ever going to face again?
Ornament.
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 Doesn't matter. Stockings, lights, ornaments, 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 wreath. Go, go, go!
Okay.
Presents. You broken ornaments, ornaments, ornaments. Not his usual meticulous style.
The color of pomegranate blossom. She needed no other ornament. 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 The simple perfection of her face, the beauty of her smile. I cannot just.
If this is about the lawn ornaments, I stopped marketing them online 6 months ago.
As the truck.
How?
There's a dashboard ornament in my cab. It was provided by the guys in Mexico.
Charlie, these ornaments weren't on sale because it's the summertime.
All right, yeah. They had a dead one strung up like an ornament.
Well, usually the male ornaments himself to attract the female.
Strip away the gold and the ornaments. Knock down the statues and the pillars.
That was the ornament you sent, Kelly. She wished this Santa into being.
Yes.
Why didn't the victim's father notice the missing head ornament?
Well, that was a project that he and his son had been working on.
Marine.
Marine.
Moraine.
Marine. Marine.
1,400 species of fish live here, and 1/4 of all marine species.
She was in the military, but it does explain those fabulous bedsheet corners.
Wait, you didn't know your nanny was a Marine?
Essentially the same rifle used by Marine snipers since 1966.
Hey. It was the first time I got drunk, ever. Can you believe it? Let's go. Her father was a Marine. Afterwards, he gave me 3 of his medals. Big stuff like that. I told you about my dad, right? He was a merchant Marine, and his platoon was killed in the Battle of Hanoi.
Then I remembered this. Kandahar 09, when the Marines took out a Taliban transport vehicle.
Yeah.
Was
Tribe attacked the colonists.
Yeah, but our victim is a vet. He's a Marine. They issue tactical tomahawks to Marines.
We're friends.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, you're a Marine, huh?
That's right. Me too. Where'd you serve? 4th Battalion, 3rd Marines, Fallujah and Al-Assad Air Base. 2 different tours. And yourself?
Oh, Eagle Anchor Globe. He's a Marine.
He's a Marine.
It's gonna narrow it down. I mean, there's only like a dozen or so agents that were former Marines, so, you know, we could, yeah.
Lodging.
Lodging. Lodging. Lodging. Lodging.
Generous salary, bonuses and bumps, travel, food, lodging, wardrobe. Now get lost.
So this just became an overnight. The department budget's $85 a night for lodging. But I got a place. It usually rents by the hour, but the manager gives me a deal.
You know, I prefer.
Do you think that Jockey will stay on without pay or lodging?
Debbie Dogged.
So here's the deal. You pay for the gas, we'll pay for our own lodging, okay?
All right.
Shall we?
The first thing I'll do with my newfound fortune is obtain lodging close to the drinking establishments.
Oh yeah, there's still some in the stream bed, always has been. But it's enough to pay for your lodging, food if you work hard to get it. But there's no El Dorado.
They want.
What do you mean?
Those checks have strings. You either need to spend it on food or lodging.
Okay.
A lot of people out here don't want food or lodging.
This is one of those money secrets you were talking about?
There's a motel.
Another hotel room.
You know, this town caters to tourists. There's no shortage of lodging.
So we may be looking for a woman who owns or works at a hotel.
Your favorite hotel?
Really? You run away for the worst 6 months I can remember, and now you want to chat about my taste in lodging.
I did not run away.
Oh, wait, no, wait, I apologize. I did. If she testifies.
Sheriffs, take Mr. Brenner out of here and put him in the holding area now. I'm lodging a complaint against you for harassment with the judge.
I'm doing this under protest.
What does that look like?
It'll be the same. I'm just lodging an official protest.
With who?
My immediate superior, I guess.
That's me.
Well, are you writing it down?
Pathetic.
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 Online dating just seems so pathetic. Well, let me know when you're ready. Me too.
Y'all are pathetic. Predictable and pathetic. Pathetic. Pathetic.
Why are you mad at me? I didn't do anything.
That was pathetic. That was pathetic. That was pathetic.
Shut up.
What am I supposed to do? Make a scene? Behave like some pathetic, scorned wife? No.
I'm deeply sorry for what happened out there, for what I did.
Jesus, look at it. It was pathetic.
I have no excuse.
Having you killed, or watching you two suffer through your pathetic little lives.
Whatever.
I don't want you. Don't be pathetic.
No, please. I know her.
This is a midlife crisis. It's textbook. It's pathetic.
I'm so sorry, Mary.
The Arctic Ocean. NBC
Hey, what's happening?
Reports from Barrow, Alaska.
They are pathetic creatures. One can hear the sound of panic as they surface to breathe.
That is pathetic.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I mean, it's pathetic. I can't believe I've wasted this much time on you.
Ladies. Sorry, don't you think it's a little pathetic to use a dog to pick up chicks?
Sir.
Clutch. Clutch. Clutch.
Clutch.
Clutch.
Charlie comes through in the clutch, through in the clutch, through in the clutch. A crazy billionaire who can paint my pockets. The only thing missing now is the crazy billionaire.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
God help me. All right, easy on the clutch. Easy on the clutch. Easy on the clutch. Easy. All right. First gear. Up. There we go. Now, slowly let the clutch out. Okay, there you go. There.
The back doors are open.
It's not starting.
Well, pop the fucking clutch, man.
What's a proper clutch?
Well, pop a clutch.
Okay.
Into my work pumps. It was very working girl.
I don't know if he's so clutch.
Mm-hmm.
This has left me still, and within my grasp I clutch it like a fierce and desperate joy.
I don't have the clutch in. Stop it, Stephen.
Waiting for later?
I don't know. Can we?
Have to press the clutch. Did you press the clutch?
Why do we clutch at this baggage, even when we're desperate to move on?
Purse. An Arthur Radcliffe diamond studded clutch. Was it found on her? No.
You guys are gonna push it, and then on the way down, I'm gonna pop the clutch and get it started.
Take in the dark of the night.
I'm gonna put this in my clutch. I can't wait to tell everyone at school.
Bundle.
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 Well, in the most basic sense, a bundle of organic tissue, a bundle of organic tissue, a bundle of organic tissue, but right now, an empty vessel.
This is a very comfortable mattress. Must have cost you a bundle.
Probably did. Kelly bought it.
I sleep in these candy wrappers. I bundle myself up like a little homeless lady.
By yourself?
Where's she now?
She's gone now. I've bundled her off to the George.
George Hotel? Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Well.
Dig 2 separate holes for these boys, Mr. Gray. Don't bundle them in with the other scum.
That's fine, sir.
Forget that shit. Oh, yeah. I can hook you up with a bundle. Just a dime. A little teaser, huh?
Motives, Mr. Ambrose. Make a bundle of money on the house and get back at the man who stole your wife.
According to Sagittarius Company records, that particular arrow is part of a bundle shipment.
Better call the boat. Tell him she's getting a really big bundle of firewood.
Yes. Bundle up. It's cold out there.
$3.07.
For all that?
Those Sunday supplements can save a bundle.
I found the missing pieces of the skull in the parking lot.
Marshall.
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 Martial.
Kung Fu Club. Martial arts for the average guy. Martial arts for the average guy. Martial arts for the average guy. Personal combat nightly. Tell no one. A secret Kung Fu fight club?
Capoeira. Capo what? It's a Brazilian martial art that incorporates dance.
Yeah, because there's nothing scary.
Right? Right. Okay, so why don't we start with the dorky martial arts stuff? Martial arts stuff. Martial arts stuff.
Nunchucks and shuriken aren't dorky, all right? They're weapons of a true master.
Bathroom sink. In a minute. Scooch.
Daddy, what's martial law?
Martial law is like house rules, but for everybody.
Were you ever?
How you been, Chris?
Good, how about you?
Yeah, all right. You still doing the mixed martial arts?
Yes, sir.
It's called capoeira. It's a Brazilian martial art. But don't be fooled by its beauty and grace. It's actually quite deadly.
This is deadly.
A masked man with a sword. Yes, it is a samurai sword. So we're checking specialty stores and martial arts suppliers.
And what about the costume?
Not available.
Worried to have a criminal record.
How come?
It's not the first time this guy's mixed it up. Old gunshot wounds, calloused hands from martial arts training, more broken bones than Evel Knievel. You're not going to believe his x-rays.
This was when I'd fall. Over and over. That's why I switched to martial arts. Padded floors.
Well, and you could hit people.
Scientifically impossible, but I was attacked by someone well-trained in archaic martial arts wearing chainmail.
Digital.
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 It's happening to us. Our lives have become digital, digital, digital. Our friends, now virtual.
Okay, you're right, it's just Olympic.
Hey, you boys have to go digital! 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 Look at that 3D printer go! Look at it go!
That's awesome!
I do.
I make sure things are transferred to digital properly. I make sure they're logged in properly. I write little blurbs, so if anyone...
For the following experiment, Silver received 3 different models of still camera. A middle-range digital camera with a fixed lens, focused on infinity,
photos, so tons.
Well, I'm glad my humiliation has been preserved in the digital age.
Not yet.
Completed your digital contact sheet?
Not quite, but I mean, it's not going to take me long.
He dresses like Ben Franklin, but he wears a digital watch, and the whole time he's claiming that he discovered...
An O'Neill play here. It's in a digital clock on the end table.
You turned the place upside down, and you found that digital recorder.
Man.
Your thoughts are chemical. Mine are digital.
Too. No. They change the security code every night. Amber spent weeks on digital recon finding a match. If you...
Aspire. Aspire. Aspire.
Aspire.
Aspired.
And a virgin. Okay? Nothing I aspire to. Nothing I aspire to. Nothing I aspire to. What a great achievement. Oh, God.
Learning a ton from her. She's somebody I aspire to be. I aspire to be. I aspire to be. I don't know. I'm really excited for you to meet her.
Have weird motives or whatever. They will be accepting of me, the things I love, the ambition, what I aspire to, what I aspire to, what I aspire to be, what I want to create. They'll be accepting and supportive.
This is Luke.
Karen.
I have aspired for years to someday attain the poverty level. Having recently achieved my goal, I'm not in need of such service.
We're not all the same, never have been, never will be.
We should encourage our children to aspire to achieve more than we have.
A story of inspiration. He was everything I aspired to be. A master, a legend.
The whole world could look in. There's an ideal to aspire to. Just look at it, Daniel.
Getting at the knee of a paranoid.
Paranoia is the byproduct of being consistently right. You should aspire to it.
It's really not something most little girls aspire to be when they grow up.
Dirty work anymore. We should all aspire to do only that which we enjoy. Don't you agree?
That's what he does.
A young railroad engineer
who aspires to be a soldier decides to single-handedly save his beloved train.
Spirit, you set the tone that others can aspire to. This place can't function without you, right, Brooks?
Outweigh.
Outweigh.
Outweigh. Outweigh. Outweigh.
Needs of the many
outweigh the needs of the few.
The male outweighs the mother 2 to 1.
Don't say purchase. But how do you know that the hate won't outweigh the love? How do you know there's not something better out there?
Probably on a schedule.
So her desperation outweighed rationale.
You're stepping to a guy who outweighs you by 50 pounds, and it was cured.
What we know about Mirakuru is vastly outweighed by the things we don't know. We don't.
The Supreme Court decided the need to maintain order outweighs the privacy interest in students in New Jersey versus TLO if
I screw up, the good you do will far outweigh the bad. You're not going to be in here much longer. Whoever killed Mom.
Thing. The lives of the many outweigh the life of one. You swore to the same ideal when you signed a shield.
Elite in its future. In the end, that outweighs any other consideration. It has to.
By taking the Raider.
His eyebrows outweighs me by 100 pounds. I took off before he could jump me. That's why I was laying low at the hotel. Okay.